Hey there, thanks so much for joining me. My name is Wendy and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Today I have an adorable card for you, but I have to warn you, it uses a ton of product. I'm going to attempt to get my dog to help me make this card. I know, that's crazy. It sounds crazy. And as I'm saying it, I recognize the level of weirdness and crazy, but I just don't care. Because I really love the crap out of this weird little dog I've got. She's not so little, but I love her. So let's go see if she'll make a card with us. Hey Truvy, do you want to make a card for your friends for Easter? Why don't you get up? Why don't you get up out of bed and make a card? Okay, so we are going to dive into making this card. It is really, really cute. And basically, I noticed that not a lot of people have purchased this cute dog stamp set or punch. And so I had to feature it somehow in an Easter card, is really what this all boils down to. And so we're going to use the Rectangle Stitch Framelits Home to Roost stamp set, Happy Tales stamp set, along with the punch, and the Well Said stamp set, and More Than Words. This card uses a ton of product. So I'm sorry, but like a sorry, not sorry type situation, right? Because it made such a cute card. So I needed the Home to Roost in order to make these little grassy, I don't know what these are called, weeds, I guess. And I love these because they remind me of my childhood. Growing up, we grew up pretty much living on 40 acres, where my grandparents had property. And every summer there would grow big, tall, well, they're weeds, but they're like really tall grass that's dried out, and so it would be really golden because we live in the foothills of California. And so just really, really beautiful. And I just can remember as a kid loving how it looked, to look out on the property and see kind of the little small rolling hills with the beautiful tall, it's what other people would probably look at as like a wheat plant or something, but it's not. It's just a weed. But it's like the tall, flowy weed, and it's just pretty. It dries out in the summer and it turns this golden brown color, and it's beautiful. And in the winter, and well, I should say spring, it's bright green. So I'm taking Balmy Blue ink and I am inking the entire top part of this card. And then I'm going in with my stencil and I'm going to add clouds over the top of it. This is one of my favorite techniques, actually, and I forget about it. I just don't do it very often. Part of it is that, honestly, Stampin' Up! Doesn't have a lot of stencils. I have retired stencils, but their current stencils are kind of, there's not very many. So that's part of the reason I don't do it very often. There's not a whole lot of options. And then the bottom is soft seafoam, FYI. And it's such a beautiful color, soft springy color. And then I'm stamping in Balmy Blue with the Easter from the More Than Words and Happy from the Well Said stamp set. Now, I do want to, and I totally made it crooked, so, oh well, whatever. Nobody's gonna notice, right? It's not Hallmark, it's handmade. So, I cut off the very end of that stitched rectangle just because I needed it to be a little bit shorter to put on the card. And then I'm going to add dimensionals and pop it up on the card. And then we're going to do some coloring and adding of other details. So anyway, I wanted to mention that these are both subtle colors. So if you're new to Stampin' Up! And you're not familiar, or maybe you've been with Stampin' Up! A while, you've used the product but you don't know this, there's different color family collections. So there's brights, subtles, neutrals, regals, and within that color family, each each color will coordinate well with another color inside that same color family. Now they also cross coordinate, but it's kind of like one of those things where you're just going to be sure to get a really great combination if you use them inside that color family. And it's one of my very favorite things about Stampin' Up! Color is something that I've struggled the most with in creating and knowing what colors will go well together. And I've really learned a ton from just sticking within the color families and looking at what goes well together. Now I'm pretty savvy at it. I know that like a red is going to go really well with blue and green. So that is why my puppy dog here is Cajun Craze, which I tried to get the same color as my Truvy girl. Truvy is red. She is a Vizsla, so they have a red coat, and this is as close as I could get. I tried a few different color combinations, but it ended up being that the light and dark Cajun Craze worked the best. And this little puppy kind of looks like Truvy, with the floppy ears, and just kind of a good looking little dog here. And then I'm going to go in with my dark Cajun Craze, and I'm going to just put it in the areas where Stampin' Up! Has already provided the shading on this dog. So all those little black marks are basically simulating shading. So I'm just going to go in and provide a little extra shading, especially like on that back leg, because anything that you make darker is going to recess into the background. So if you kind of darken an area, it will look like it's going back. So I just picked a few areas to add a little bit of shading, and then I kind of just left it alone. That was it. Really simple. And then I'm going to use the punch to punch it out. So I thought I would send this card to a couple of friends that have doggies, as if Truvy sent it to them, because I think that that's cute and fun. My sister, however, thinks it's ridiculous. I know she's listening too while I'm voiceovering this video. And I don't care. I don't care how ridiculous I am with my dog. I'm just getting to that age where I just don't care. I really, honestly, my mother told me when I was young, the older you get, the less you're going to care about what other people think. She was so right, because it's true. The older I get, the less I really care. Okay, so now we're going to add in a bunch of, well, first we need to have Truvy sitting on something, right? We can't just have her floating in the grass. So I'm using the Smoky Slate Light blends to go underneath her and give her a little bit of a shadow. And you can see it's really amazing how much it just kind of pulls her down to the ground and gives her a place to sit. And then we're going to go in with some little flowers from the Blossom Punches, Blossom Builder Punch, Blossom, I can't remember the name of it, Bloom by Bloom Builder Punch, I don't know. It's 4 little bitty punches, and they are on back order, so you can order them, but they won't be in right away, just an FYI. And so I'm going to add these, and this is in So Saffron and Blushing Bride. Again, I stuck with the Subtles family, and so I knew it would all match and go together well. And the only thing that's not in the Subtles family is Truvy. I colored her in Cajun Craze, which is from the Regals, but as you can see, it goes really well with all of these colors. It works just fine. Then I'm using the Artisan Pearls because I want those to be the center of my flowers. So I'm going to add that. So let's have a really short story talk. Okay. Last week I shared all the stuff about the missing man. I told you in that the daughter's preliminary trial was set for Monday, March 11th. They basically said they needed more time. So they moved. So she has another trial on March 14th, 14th, which is tomorrow. I'm recording this on March 13th. I'm sorry, people, but I have to record when I can record, and now is the opportunity to do so. So I am recording this before she has had the second trial, but I'm guessing it's just going to be another postponement. So as soon as I know more, I will tell you what is happening. But as of this moment, I don't really know more. I She's still in jail. He's still missing. And as of this moment, no more information has been provided. So as soon as I'm on a cliffhanger too. So as soon as I know more, I will tell you. I promise. I will not keep it a secret. And it's super sad, right? So let's hope for a really great outcome with the situation. Even if he's not alive, which at this point is very doubtful, I'm hoping they find his body and they are able to lay him to rest. Listen to how invested I am in this. I don't even know these people. Okay, so you're even invested now, aren't you? So then I took from the stamp set, the Happy Tell stamp set, I took the heart and the paw and I stamped them in Cajun Craze. And then I'm just going to sign Truvy's name. So instead of putting my info on the back of the card, I put hers, and I think it's cute. So that is the card. That's the wraps, folks. And I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see other videos from me, click on either one that you see here. Click on the little circle with my face in it to subscribe to my channel. And join me live every Tuesday at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for Facebook Live. And I'll be back on Wednesday with another video. Bye-bye.